Hello, this is Nick from Prestman Auto doing a video walkthrough of our 2022 Honda Pilot. So what I'm going to do is we're going to walk all the way around. We're going to look for any dents, any scratches, any kind of blemishes in the outside. Then we're going to go inside, go over some of the features, make sure everything's working properly. And then finally, we'll pop the hood and evaluate just a little bit in the engine bay, just for good measure. So first impressions are honestly really good. Normally you'd expect to see a little bit of rock chipping up here in the front, just because that's where it usually is, but I'm not seeing much of anything at all. So the plastic piece up here has a little bit of scratching on it, but again, that's plastic, so that's not so bad. Let's start going around and see if there's anything that we can find. If there is, I'll be sure to stop, zoom in, make sure you get a good visual so you know everything going on. So first things first, tires are in really good condition. You have loads of life left in those, so that's awesome. Love that. So it looks like right here, you had a little scratch, but it looks like it's already been touched up, so it's not going to be getting any worse than it is right now, but it is there, so good to know nonetheless. So I imagine you're probably relatively familiar with how the Pilots work, but nonetheless, you got a little bit of extra space down here and your spare tire down below that. So that's pretty cool, love that. Seats can recline. Well, I don't know if recline's the best word, but they can drop down. So it goes all the way flat back here. Got a little bit of minor scuffing on the light here, the plastic piece of that. Again, it's not on the paint, so nothing terrible, but always good to know. Looks like you have a really, oh, actually, never mind. That one was just dirt. I thought I found something, but 'twas not so. And then you have a little bit of a scuff. Oh, never mind. That's coming off as well. I'm really trying. I'm trying to find anything I can. All right. Well, as far as the exterior goes, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. It looks really, really good, honestly. So before we hop inside, here's a quick look around some of our lot. So this over here and over there is maybe, I don't know, like 30% of our cars. So our building, actually, our lot goes down past that building quite a ways. We have another building over there as well. So we're at the far end over here. So that's pretty cool. We have some construction guys that are helping us with pave. What's up, guys? So they're paving the sidewalk up here. But regardless, so we sell more cars here than any independent dealer in the state. We've been around for 33 years, which isn't like, you don't have to know that, but I feel like it's nice to know a little bit about who you're working with. You know, we didn't just start up yesterday, trying our best. Anyway, let's hop inside real quick. Let me just think some skinny thoughts real fast while I squeeze in here. All right. So first things first, let's turn it on. All right. So we got one warning light up right now, which is the seatbelt light. So that's pretty straightforward. Other than that, everything up here looks super solid. Let's cycle through a couple things real quick. So the first thing to note, so the average fuel economy on this is not going to be super accurate to what you'll be getting on the road. The reason being, this one's been parked on a dealer lot. It's just been sitting here being turned on for videos like this, and it hasn't really been being driven all that much. So the miles per gallon is not going to be as representative to what it is as when you're driving it around the city. I believe this one on average gets around like 20-ish. I'd have to double check. So I'll look it up on that if you want to know, but just a little heads up on that front. So pretty straightforward there. As far as interior features goes, there's a lot of them. So I'm going to go a little bit fast just for the sake of time. So this video isn't like 40 minutes long. But starting off down here, you're gonna have your auto stop start system. You have snow mode, so you don't die in the weather. You're also gonna have heated seats up here, which are very nice this time of year. Love that. So you have a couple more plugins down here, as well as some space for your phone. Your AC is blowing. Let's make sure it goes cold. Perfect, perfect. Okay, that does blow cold, and let's check the hot real quick. All right, give it a sec to heat up. And yes, that blows hot as well, so that's awesome. Up here, you're going to have your cruise control as well as your lane keep assist, so you can low-key just have the car drive itself if you want to. You're also going to have your paddle shifters, which are actually pretty fun. I like those. You have pre-collision system, so the car will stop for you if you're going to hit somebody. Please don't try and hit somebody, but if you ever are in that circumstance, it will help you. The lane departure warning, so that one's pretty fun as well. A little different from the lane keep assist, so I can tell you more about that if you care. But you got both of them. You have econ mode for a little bit better gas mileage. Let's make sure your mirrors are working. Awesome, awesome. Let's check the other one. Beautiful. Windows roll down, windows roll up, down and up. And then as far as the interior condition goes, it's honestly really, really nice. It is a cloth seats, which is personally I prefer the cloth. I think it's more comfortable that way. The design on here is specifically, it's kind of a crisscrossy design. I don't know how best to describe it, but it's a crisscrossy design. It's designed that way so that it doesn't really show dirt very well. So I imagine you probably have some kids, and so this will actually work out really, really well for them not destroying it. So that's pretty cool. Back seat, same story. I'm not seeing any rips, any dents, any tears, any stains, any discoloration, really much of anything, honestly. It looks pretty nice. So down here, yeah, I got a little bit more space as well as a couple more plugins. And then obviously you have your infotainment screen up here. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff to play with up here. If you want to know more about some of the features here, just let me know. I'm more than happy to talk about whatever you want to see here. But honestly, as far as the exterior or the interior goes, everything in here looks fantastic. I'm not seeing anything at all of worry. So anyway, let's look under the hood really, really quick, and then we'll call the video there. It's already getting a little bit longer, so sorry about that. So I don't know how mechanically inclined you are or aren't, but regardless of how much you know about cars, you should always look under the hood of any vehicle you're looking to buy. The reason being, even if you don't know anything under here, you do at least know what neglect looks like. So if you've got like acid buildup all around your battery, if all your metal pieces are covered in like rust and cobwebs and stuff, then, you know, I'd probably ask some more questions at that point. That being said, this looks great. Very, very well maintained. There's a little bit of dust underneath the cover that I just pulled off for you, so we could see a little bit better. But that's to be expected. I'm not seeing any rust on anything. The battery's in good condition. Honestly, it looks fantastic. Really, really nice. So if you are mechanically inclined, we can go into a little bit more detail, but I'm going to keep this video pretty user-friendly for now for you. Suffice to say, when you pop the hood of an engine bay, this is exactly what you want to see. So if you have any other questions or there's anything that I missed that you'd like to see, just let me know. I'm happy to show you anything on here. Sorry, I got a phone call. But if there's anything else you want me to show you, let me know. But for now, this is your new Pilot.